Hi, this is Leonard and welcome to this video. Now in this video what I want to talk about is the news, and I want you to ask yourself a very simple question. Why do you believe the news? I have this debate with people about the news because I don't watch the news, I mean for multiple reasons, but the news, I mean, ask yourself this question, because most people get their beliefs and their opinions and they'll have debates and arguments, and their whole belief structure is based on things that they've been fed from the news. And this is very bizarre because I think people really need to take a step back and look at this, because it's very dangerous. Because I mean, especially in current times, people are literally using the news, using the information, it's the only source of their information to base their decisions for their life. And this is taking no personal responsibility. So when you look at the news, I mean, firstly, it's biased. Even if you're in a Western country, they're not telling you all the information. It's censored. You can watch news from other countries and you'll find some information that you haven't been told in your country. And you might think that censorship only goes on in, you know, dictatorships or other sort of regimes like that, but it's not true. And this is why you need to find other sources of information, because until then you won't actually know that that's the case. Now also, watching the news, it's biased, and it's also one-sided, because it's just primarily just negative. It doesn't show the full picture. It's just like what's bad has happened. And the problem with this is you're feeding yourself negative information all the time, and as we know from a mindset point of view, this is extremely damaging, because you're just feeding yourself negativity after negativity, and then people will wonder why they're unhappy, and all these negative emotions that come up. So this is another reason. Also, you want to look at the agenda. I mean, the newsreaders are just reading from a script. You can look at different news outlets and they're saying virtually exactly the same thing. And there's actually clips on YouTube which I've seen of these American newsreaders. They were literally saying exactly the same thing, which was, if that's not a wake-up call, then I don't know what it is. But you know, if you look at the newsreaders, they're just basically reading what they've been told. So you've got to think about, well, where does that information come from? Because we know there's no investigative journalism anymore. So where's that actual information come from? Who actually owns the news or these companies? Where does this actual information come from? Now, the best thing that I can suggest you is turn off the news. Don't watch the news, and be a self-sovereign individual, take full responsibility, and go and get your own information that you can critically analyze. Then you can look at different sources, different sources of information, different people, and you can get a more balanced view of what's actually going on in the world. So basically what I'm here to say is, question the information that you're being fed. I mean, if someone that you didn't know gave you some information, you didn't know who they were, you'd be like, oh, okay, that might sound true, that might not. You wouldn't just take it on board and just believe it. You'd be looking at other sources, things that you might trust. Now, just because it's an authority, it comes from a media, or it might be government news, then you know, it doesn't mean you just have to naturally trust authority. If it was me, I would be the opposite. I would probably be less likely to trust it. But just ask yourself, why do you believe what you're being told in the news? And do yourself a favor, turn it off, get away from that negativity, spend your time doing something a lot more constructive, and do your own research. And this is the best way to live life in a more empowered way. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.